Number 1 rule regarding women: if she thinks you can't easily replace her, she won't respect you. I've found that if a man indirectly makes it known to his woman that he's been with a lot of women and can get a lot of women, it will make her more attracted to him and she will be on her best behavior as she knows the man has options and can easily replace her. With that being said, let me tell you the number 1 thing that women find attractive in a man. Is it looks? Penis size? Height? Money? Success? It's none of these things. The number 1 thing that women find most attractive in a man is quite simply, how attractive the man is to other women. She may not even be attracted to him herself, but if all her girlfriends and the women in her circles think he's the best thing since sliced bread, she'll end up wanting him too. Women are sheep and operate almost as a group entity, so is this really any surprise? Not really. I've overheard a woman before ask her friends if a guy she saw was hot. By the tone of her voice I could tell that she didn't even know. Women need a man who is attractive to other women. It doesn't matter how perfect the guy is. The guy could be athletic, tall, good-looking, with a 7 to 8 inch cock, have an IQ of 150, he could be making 6 figures plus and be the verified reincarnation of Buddha. But if her girlfriends don't find him attractive and she doesn't see that other women are interested in him, she will question why she is even with him and she will begin to wonder whether she can do better. By contrast, take a guy who has not much at all going for him except that he sleeps with a lot of women, has a shit job, doesn't have a big dick, isn't super athletic or especially talented, or even all that good looking. Most women will inherently take less liberties with the second guy and treat him better even though he's average than the first guy I described, despite the fact that the first guy was almost genetically engineered to fuck most guys' girlfriends. Women tend to take more liberties with men who she deems to have more limited options with women. That's one reason why the beta guy most girls marry will never get the best of her and the alphas from her past did. She was feminine and submissive with those men and gave them everything she had sexually, because she was fighting against being replaced with other women by her alpha masters, as she inevitably was. By doing this they essentially used her hypergamy against her and made her fight to hold on to them. With her beta husband though, she sees his options as limited, so she has sex with him maybe once a week if he's lucky and probably won't even suck his dick, even though she sucked the alpha's dick like it was a popsicle she found while being stranded in the desert. If you want to get into any type of relationship with a woman, whether it's a friends with benefits situation, a fling, a long-term relationship or God forbid a marriage and get the best of her and have her be on her best behavior, here is what you have to do. First off, you need to get a decent notch count. You need to build yourself up to that point where you can easily have options for getting sex and get to the point where you can easily close the deal. You will need to become confident in your ability to close the deal with women. You can only do this by successfully sleeping with a variety of women before settling down with the one you really want to be with long term. Moreover, once you're in this relationship you still need to have semi-platonic relationships with other women who desire you. Friendships with women who don't desire you are useless in making a woman fight to keep you. She needs to know that you have potential replacements for her lined up if she steps out of line. This means that you will have to take care of yourself and stay in shape and not let yourself go during relationships. You'll also need a social life outside of her. You'll need to talk to other women. This may sound like a hassle, but the reality is it's good for you because by doing these things you'll maintain or improve the quality of your own life, beyond just keeping your broad on her toes. By not letting yourself go, you will be less dependent on her for fulfillment and happiness, and if your relationship ends you'll be better prepared to hit the ground running in whatever new direction you want to take, whether that's having one-night stands, getting a new girlfriend or becoming a monk. I guarantee you'll never regret the time you invested in yourself, regardless of what happens with a random relationship. This is why the girl who's dating the captain of the football team bitches about him flirting and sleeping with other women to her girlfriends, but in response only fights even harder to keep him by sucking his cock for hours on end, licking his asshole, fucking his brains out, and bringing one of her girlfriends over to have a threesome with him. Women want a man who is attractive to other women. It affirms to her that she's optimized her hypergamy. Thus, When a man she's with clearly shows he has other options, it makes her react by competing with those other women to keep him. Most women react by holding on to the man even tighter, as letting him go in her mind would be an admission of defeat, which her ego couldn't deal with. So she pulls out all the stops to hold on to him and fend off the other girls who are competing against her for her man. The truth is, a lot of women who get cheated on her by their boyfriends or husbands are unconsciously, if not consciously, turned on by their man's infidelity. The reason being is that through cheating her man has shown that he is attractive to other women, and since she is her man's main girl and the other girls are just girls on the side, she feels a sense of competitive superiority and victory over the women who are only her man's concubines and conquests. This is the only way a man can be with a modern woman and have her be on her best behavior. By proving to her that he's attractive to other women, and by proving that he can easily sleep with other women and that he has easily slept with other women, otherwise she will walk all over him. If she thinks that she is your only option, she will treat you like shit, or at the very least put minimal effort into pleasing you, almost guaranteed. If you want to find and keep that not all women are like that girl, you will have to learn to seduce a variety of different women first. Without having done so first, she will walk all over you, and when you do get with her, you still need to keep your options open. I'm not saying you have to cheat on her, but it needs to be known by her that other women of her level of attractiveness or higher are interested in you enough that they would be willing to step up and take her place if given the opportunity. Without this foundation of attractiveness and abundance of potential sexual partners in place, you will not be able to get the physical or emotional intimacy you desire from a woman in the modern sexual marketplace. It's sad, but true. It's a free-for-all out there, and in today's age, if you want to play, you have to play to win. If you choose to pursue relationships in today's age and you're just a one-woman guy, you should get a time machine and go back to the 1950s, otherwise you will have to adapt or you will get trampled on in today's climate. Like, comment, subscribe and bang the bell.